Wow, so the Magic Keys are finally here. Renewals, purchases, everything. We're going to talk about all the stuff that you need to know for your next purchase for the Magic Keys, so stay tuned. But before we dive into today's video, guys, if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Tap that notification bell to get notified for all future videos related to Disney or just fun things in general. So with all that being said, let's dive into today's video. So we're on the actual home screen for Disney.com. What I will be doing is I will include this link down below and you guys can pull it up for yourselves as well. But basically what we're gonna go to is we're gonna click right here on the Magic Key tab at the top. And then from there, it's going to bring you to this screen which says unlock the Magic Key. And then it says the Disneyland Resort Magic Key program. You go ahead and kind of scroll down, go through some things here and there on this page, what specifics with the Magic Key, or I guess finer details. But what we're going to be going over today is the 4 pass types and also important details to keep in mind. So let's just get started. We're going to start with the highest tier, which is going to be the Inspire Key, which I know a lot of people, a lot of the old APs like us, or just people who had Dream Keys in general, this is going to be one of the most sought after ones specifically. But let's go ahead and click on it and have it say show more, or read more I should say. So this is the Inspire Key. So the Inspire Key is going to be $15.99 for this thing, and it's basically again gonna stick to that reservation based admission. And again, it will have blackout dates as well as days that may not be available. So sometimes when you're actually like making your reservation or you're online, what's going to happen is it'll have like a little circle crossed out. So what that means for those days specifically is you're just not able to book that day. But don't get too worried or scared or nervous about that, just because of the fact those days can open up. We found the most success doing it late at night, early in the morning, and you're able to still kind of book those days. So don't get too caught up in like not being able to get those days. I mean, if it's the night before or something like that, it could be a little bit more hectic, but overall, if you're trying to book something a week out or whatever, you'll have your possibility, you'll have your chance to get it. Like I'm pretty much every time that's happened to us, we're always able to get it, knock on wood. But so just kind of keep that in mind. So, but with blackout dates specifically, it'll actually have a slash going through the day where you just cannot, where you just can't book those days. And there are some of those, even on this highest key, the Inspire Key, there are blackout dates. So keep that in mind. You're not going to just necessarily get this key expecting to just go whenever you want, kind of like the old Signature Plus program that, we used to be a part of. And it was so nice. You could go 365 days a year, no reservations, no blackouts, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the Inspire Key, which does have some limitations to it, which again, we're going to kind of dive into that, and we'll also look at the calendar. So you can hold up to 6 theme park reservations at a time, which is still kind of with the current Dream Key, what it has right now for Dream Key holders. So that's a good thing, holding up to 6 reservations. You get 20% off. So this is a new thing. You get 20% off Genie Plus service. So with that being said, this is every time you go into the park and wanting to use the Genie Plus. This isn't like, oh, I'm going to buy it once and I'm going to have it for the rest of my for the annual year or whatever. So you have to buy it if it's available at the park for you that day. You buy it and it's 20% off that price tag. So kind of keep that in mind. If we've personally never used the Genie Plus, but for those of you who do want to get the Genie Plus service, that's an option if you do have your key. I know a lot of people that we do know who have keys do like to use the Genie Plus on top of their keys. So this will be nice. They'll get 20% off. I feel like that's at least something decent that they're doing. So that's pretty cool. And it says coming soon, the limited Disney Photo Plus or Photo Pass digital downloads. This is going to be really cool. I know Nicole and I, we're really excited for the Photo Pass. I think that's one of my favorite highlights of having the pass and stuff like that. Just having those fun photos, being able to take fun photos with your family. That was always something we enjoyed about our AP in general. So this was nice. This was a really cool opportunity or option that they're adding in here. So I'm pretty pumped for that. So next up is the merchandise. So you can get up to 20% off select merchandise. So again, this could mean, with exclusions of certain items or what have you. So just keep that in mind. But honestly, that 20% really does add up. And that's honestly a big one for a lot of people who do buy a lot of merchandise and stuff like that. So over a course of a year between this and the parking that we're going to talk about, you actually pretty much can make back what your past cost, just with those things alone. So if you're doing like, you're buying a lot of stuff, you're parking, let's say you're going 5 times a week, 3 times a week, all that money truly does add up, and it does kind of like pay for your pass, if that kind of makes sense. Then you also have 15% off select dining. So the next thing that's very big for us is this parking. So the standard theme park parking included, which is everything for us. We live super, super close. We want to be able to go to the parks as often as possible, be able to kind of just go maybe even after dinner, walk around, do full days, whatever we can for like filming content and stuff like that. So that's a big one for us. That's kind of like selling point for us. And we'll kind of look at the calendar here. So let's go ahead and open this new tab. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be looking at the Magic Key calendar. We're going to click on the Inspire key. And then what we're going to be doing is taking a look at the reservations when they're not available and what a blackout day looks like. So this is specifically for the Inspire key. So you can tell right currently the 19th and the 20th are unavailable. So that means that they're just no reservations are available at the moment, but it does mean if something could potentially open up. So again, we see it a lot where things are blacked out, or I shouldn't say blacked out, not available, and then we're able to snag them again. So September is pretty much good. October is good. November looks like it's going to be good, but when we start rolling to December, you can start to see from the 21st to the 31st, which pretty big for the holidays, it's blacked out. That means you cannot try to get reservation. It's just blacked out. If you want to get in, you have to buy tickets for that specific time frame. And that's just, it looks like, a handful of days between the 21st and the 1st. So again, that's what we're looking at right now. It seems to be that is pretty okay. In our opinion, this is all our opinion, that we actually don't mind it because we do go travel, we go see family during that time. So for us, not a big deal. We're okay with that not being there. But for you guys who love going around the holidays, love to go, do family meetups at the park, or just kind of feel the vibe of the holidays right before Christmas, that's going to be an issue for you guys. But if that's, if it's okay, try to go just when the holidays start up. Like you have October 31st is when Halloween technically ends, right? And then November 1st is like the whole new setting for the holidays. So then you could try and go November 1st through the 20th of December, maybe get that Disney fix between somewhere in between. And I know a lot of you guys who probably are watching and are going to be getting the Inspire key might not agree with that, but unfortunately that's just where we're at right now. We can't, I shouldn't say we can't, Disney, they can't please everyone, and this is, I guess, a decision that they made. And I know a lot of people in comments of certain posts, they have been really bummed out that they can't go during this time. So my thing to you guys is, just hang tight. I know it's hard. I really know it's hard because there's a lot of people who love going for the holidays, but unfortunately, this is what we're looking at currently. So let's go back. We're going to go check out the next pass. So we're going to go ahead and check out the Believe key. So let's go ahead and open the Believe key up. This one's going to be $1,099. And this is going to be, again, reservation based. And you can hold up to 6 park reservations at a time. Same thing with this one. You get 20% off the Genie service. And this one as well is looking like you can get the Photo Pass downloads. Now, the difference here is instead of the 20% off merchandise, this is a 10% off merchandise. So this could be one of those things for people who they might want that 20%. And if that price tag of the $500 difference is worth it to them, maybe grabbing that. And then instead of the 15% off select dining, this one's at 10. And instead of the free parking, this is 50% off. So if you guys didn't know, Disneyland parking is $30, $45 for preferred. And this could technically mean every trip you make there is going to be $15. So again, if you're only going maybe once or twice a week. I mean, even at that, but still once or twice a week, you know, if you add that up, let's just say you go twice a week with the Believe key, it's going to cost you $30, and you multiply that for the year, and then kind of get that calculation going in your head to see if that like difference would be better if you just got the Inspire key, or if you're okay with how much that's going to cost you. And again, keeping in mind that with all the keys I am talking about currently, for those of you who are California residents like ourselves, you can do the monthly payment program with 0 APR, which is really nice, no interest, interest-free, and you're gonna have the opportunity to just make monthly payments. So again, there's, I believe, a down payment that you have to meet prior to starting up those monthly payments, but it's a really cool opportunity to be able to not have to pay for your pass all up front like we were having to do when we were living in Arizona. So with that being said, the parking's 50% off here. Let's go ahead and check out this. Let me close this other tab. Let's go ahead and check out this, the Believe key calendar. So we're gonna go right here. We're gonna click on Believe key. So we'll start to see that there's no key reservations for that time. So at the time of this recording, it is August 16th. The 18th is technically when these key renewals or purchases go into effect. So this could look a little bit different, so just bear with me. So it looks like with the Believe key, October 8th, and that whole, I guess I should say the Saturdays of October minus the 1st are all blacked out. So you can't make reservations during that time. But it looks like Halloween's available. I feel like, you know, that's pretty good still. In November, of course, Thanksgiving, that weekend of Thanksgiving's blacked out. And then in December, you have a lot more days blacked out for, you know, I guess I should just say the Saturdays plus the days that you were blacked out with the Inspire key. And then you start to look into the, you know, February, a few days in March. April has, you know, a handful of days as well. So you can kind of go in there and see which days might work for you, might not work for you, especially come like, say, July right here. I know it's a big time for families to go travel with their kids for summer breaks. So a lot of those Saturdays are gone, but again, the weeks are kind of available. Looks like August and September are still good. So yeah, that one in particular, that one's the Believe key. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Enchantment key. And really quick, if you guys are enjoying this video, if it is informative, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. But let's dive in right here to the Enchantment key. And so the Enchantment key is $6.99, which is a huge fraction less than the other two keys. And again, this is a reservation-based thing, just like the other keys, or I should say all these keys are reservation-based. And you can hold up to 4 park reservations at a time, so 2 less than the Believe key and the Inspire. So as long as you make your reservations ahead of time, you should be good. One thing to keep in mind also, since we're on this topic of the 4 reservations versus the 6, when you do go inside the Disneyland park, you show them your phone, they scan it in, or scan in your tickets, I should say, whether you have it on your phone or not. You scan it in, and what will happen is that will automatically check you in for that day. You can immediately go on the app and book another day out, right? So technically on your app, it could show 5 days, but you can only hold 4 if that makes sense. But the times that you go inside and check in for that day specifically, it opens up a new slot. So then you can go in and book another day for whenever you're trying to go next. Okay, so then we also have 20% off the Genie Plus. So that looks like a little trend here. This one's 10% off merchandise, 10% off dining, and then you got 25% off theme park parking. So Inspire's got the free, Believe's got the 50, this one's at 25. So again, it helps, you know, it's something, which is better than nothing, right? So then let's go ahead and check out the, what are we looking at? We're looking at the Enchantment key. Yeah, the Enchantment key. So these are the days. So it looks like you have a blackout day in August, a few blackout days in September. October's, it looks like we have Saturdays and Sundays totally gone. Still got Halloween though. And then November, you got more days, you know, not available. December, you have, you know, just basically 2 weeks available. January, you can see that there are some blackout dates, which is not too bad. February, it's not too bad. March, not too bad. But again, you're losing a lot of Saturdays, so which I know a lot of people like going Saturday. So just really keep that in mind with these pass types in particular. And then it looks like, yeah, your summer months are going to be pretty much non-existent. So yeah, really keep that in mind, especially if you and your family love going during the summertime. which it's really hot, but you know, I get it. That's sometimes the only time you can go. So that's with the enchantment key. So the last key that we're going to be talking about is the Imagine key. And so this is going to be $449, and it's available for Southern California residents living in specific zip codes. So I'm assuming it maybe exclude like the Bay Area. I'm not too entirely sure, just because it's Southern California, San Diego, LA, stuff like that. And then reservation based again. This one's only 2 theme park reservations, but again, this might not be terrible if you live kind of really close by or down the street and only want to go just maybe like sporadic days of the year. This could be for you. So 2 theme park reservations, and then 20% off the Genie Plus, 10% off merch, 10% off dining, 25% off theme park parking. So again, you have a lot of perks still, which, you know, again, if this passes for you, you should be okay. But you really can't beat that $449 price tag. Let's go ahead and take a look at this key type. So let's click on Imagine, scroll down. So as you can see, pretty much Monday through Thursday, that's technically when we go, we film all our stuff. So I would say this would work for us. We're still going to do the Inspire, but just kind of giving context to this is, you know, Monday through Thursday, technically, again, there's a lot of blackouts, so don't just take my word on that. But you could pretty much get in, you know, as you like. Still got Halloween, so you're still gonna be able to get in the park a few times a week, which again is really not that bad, especially like if you want to go after work, you just kind of want to get a day out. Honestly, this is not terrible. It could be worse. June, July, of course, the months of summer blacked out, but it's not terrible, really. You know, like if you're more on a tighter budget, stuff like that. So if you like going after work and the days are available, this key could be for you. For a $449 price tag, it's not bad, but just keep in mind, going back to this, the 25% off parking. So again, that will add up over time. And then your merchandise or your dining, just kind of keeping that in mind. So scrolling down here, some more important details. Okay, so these things are really limited. So on August 18th, we'll have more data showing us what this whole program is going to be about, the queue, how long it's going to actually take to get passes, how much passes are kind of available. But for you guys who are just trying to renew, I know a lot of people have been getting emails sent to them talking about the renewal process. So kind of check your email, see if you got something like that. And again, one thing I did hear about is right here. Yeah, so the no-show policy. Just keeping that in mind. 3 reservations. So if you miss 3 reservations in a 90-day period, they will not allow you to make another reservations for 30 days. So again, you got park hoppers with all the keys starting after 1 p.m. So you don't need to buy separate tickets to park hop. So another big thing to kind of keep in mind here is if you are in a 30-day window, which probably a lot of you guys who are watching might be, who have the Dream Key and bought it the day of release last year, you guys are all going to be available to renew your passes with whatever key. You can upgrade, downgrade, whatever you want to do. So that's in the 30-day window. I do believe when, let's just say you have 50 days left, on your Dream Key, you still have a Dream Key, you still have a lot of opportunity, you still can go whenever you want, basically, as long as the dates are available. You just can keep using that, and then when you do go to upgrade in that 30-day window, what's going to happen is you'll be able to actually upgrade, downgrading. But just keep in mind, guys, just keep in mind those keys have to be available for you to do so, which I know it's going to upset a lot of people if they're not able to, say, go from a Dream Key to an Inspire key, you know. So just keep that in mind. That's a big one. Keep your eyes peeled on your emails to see, you know, when you'll be able to upgrade and stuff like that. So that is the video, guys. Let us know in the comment section down below how you feel about this whole new Magic Key process. Let us also know which key you're going to be getting. And with all that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Guys, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell to get notified when we do drop a new video. And like we always say, may you always have a magical adventure. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.